Hey, let's go. We're starting it now. Woohoo. Let's do another one.
Ooh, it feels weird being on the other side.
Hold on, where's the other one at? I can't find Fullo.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Album Review Club. 40 had to take duties on.
It's the man, the myth, the Fullo. I can't. It's like I don't need no more nicknames. What's going on, boys? Merry Christmas, happy everything to y'all, bro. Let
Hold
me
on,
do
I
the
gotta,
math.
I
Hold
gotta,
on. This is our second to last album review club of the year, bro. After next week, we're gonna be in a brand new year. I can't believe it. What's going
oh,
on?
there it is. I accepted. Let's see if we can bring this one in.
Oh, my bad. I forgot. It's
We always know he
yeah.
last.
Okay, go.
Hey, he's in.
All right, so
Left.
look, we're gonna wait for Cheddar to get here, but we got a nice special. Hold on, let me put my. We got a nice special, like little surprise for you, little gift for y'all this week, bro. We're doing Kendrick Lamar's GNX. As soon as Cheddar pops in, we're gonna get it popping. But how you boys doing today? Yeah, how you holidays going?
Hey, holidays, man. Woohoo.
Don't do that. Don't do that. See, you're part of that. You're part of that generation where it's just like, I got older, so I don't really care about birthdays and celebrations. No, any time to celebrate is a time to celebrate. So happy for Christmas. I've spent like way too much money on my family, but that's the point. Woo! How much money you gonna spend giving to other people? That's the problem. That's probably what it
Ooh.
is. Is you selfish and you're forgetting that Christmas is about giving. You gotta give more. If it's not working, you gotta give more.
Man,
For some reason,
I see you out here giving out all this bullshit for the evening. You
good,
already
bro.
know.
Hey,
Naughty in this motherfucker.
Hey,
Finally.
hey, Cheddar, fix your crown, King. Fix your crown, King. There we go. Fix your crown, King. What's happening? All right, boys. Y'all
Finally.
together
Finally.
again. Let's get into it.
Merry
Um,
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get
Free
it.
Christmas. Or if you see this on Christmas, Merry Christmas, guys.
Season.
what do you ain't Christmas spirit, man?
Hey, simply have a wonderful Christmas time. No.
We're not doing this. All right, Woo, take off, man. Just the right page.
Special selection for the evening.
Oh,
Hey, we are GNX by Kendrick Lamar. So
GNX.
of course, everybody. What you sipping on, Cheddar?
Some bubbly Moscato.
Okay.
oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, fancy. Going a
Hey,
little fancy today.
speaking of the album review club, hey, 40, go ahead and show them.
What?
Go ahead and show them. Show them the club, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to the
I done did
club.
it, guys.
Welcome to the
Welcome to the
club.
club.
I'm now in anger management classes because I be tripping. I'm
Not even
sorry.
tripping.
I tripped
Tripping
and
and
fell hurt
falling.
myself. Ancient rules. I'm good though, guys. Don't send me no flowers unless you gonna send me a lot of
Throw a flower in the chat if you're worried about Justin's wrist or arm or hand.
Look
Whatever.
at the wrist.
we're
Nah,
gonna circular charity.
this is Kendrick Lamar's fifth #1 album. Also, just so Cheddar know, it went #1 in Canada.
Hey.
Of course it did. Of
Ooh,
course it did.
Been
Because they ain't got no
ooh,
rappers in Canada.
It got
They ain't got no other rappers in Canada.
it got 3 singles.
that's singles.
Yeah, it got 3 singles, which are Squabble Up, TV Off, and Luther. Oh, shout out to Sincere Moet. She in the
That's a
motherfucking
big
chat.
dog. You know what I'm saying? Standard attention salute to OG.
It was also released on, sorry, I didn't put this in, November 22nd. So, it's a fresh album. Still on the charts.
I
And
mean, technically Good Kid, Mad City still on the charts. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't here to brag about Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? We're not here to brag about my guy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's recent. That's probably why it's still up there.
Okay.
But
Well, let's
what
get
you
into it.
guys? Hey, hold on. We gotta start this
And
off.
we
How
don't
do you
even
feel
gotta
about
go
the album?
through that because we already did it once this year, man. We ain't gotta keep it going. Man, what do you know about Kendrick? Man, we all know about
Go ahead and pass me the alley, then, big dog. Let me
All
go
right.
ahead and get us started.
it. Well,
All
it
right.
Set it off.
was an album, so yeah, shout out to Sincere for that one. But
I'm
this
gonna go
was
ahead
just
and do this. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and thank y'all. You know what I'm saying? Whoever sent me this album, y'all already knew. Everybody knows I'm a big Kendrick Lamar fan. God MC, my number one rapper all the time. You know what I'm saying? GNX dropped right before Thanksgiving. I wasn't really expecting it. It was like right before or right after. Thanksgiving was kind of early this year. So he and Boldy dropped on the same day. Let's just say I felt real blessed, felt real fortunate. Put on GNX the first time. I remember I got to like when I got to Luther, I was like, he taking off on this project. Okay, that's what we're because the thing is after the whole beef, after Not Like Us, I didn't know what it was gonna sound like. I didn't know what the sound to like expect. But like as soon as I heard Luther, I was like, oh, if he gonna be doing stuff like this, he about to take off. And he did. You know what I'm saying? It was like as a Kendrick fan, I was very satisfied from the contributions from the God MC. So yeah, Cheddar, Mister. I've never really listened to Kendrick Lamar before. How'd you? I've never known who. I've never even heard of him before. How'd you feel, man? You went through GNX. Did you listen to it when it dropped? Or you listened to it when the week came up for us to go through it?
uh, no, listen to it. This wait, what? What'd you ask?
Did you listen to it when it dropped, or did you
Oh,
listen to it this
oh,
week? Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I peeped a little bit of it when it first dropped. I didn't care too much for it. Um,
Yeah, I understand.
there
I'm
was
from Canada.
because one of the big things for me, which I mean, I guess I maybe get into more on the low lights, but like Squabble Up kind of turned me off a little bit hearing the full version compared to that little intro that was just in the beginning of the Not Like Us video. But then a lot of it, yeah, no, I caught most of it through clips and stuff on Instagram because
Mm.
it takes whenever Kendrick drops, whenever somebody has a major viral release, it just takes over all skits, all little clips, and all this stuff. So like I heard peeps and wishes, I didn't still didn't pique my interest too much, but listening to it this past week, I had a good time. So yeah,
That's
40,
good.
what'd you think about it? How was your listening to this?
Who you asking? Me?
Yeah,
What?
40.
Cool, man.
that.
Oh, wait.
All right.
My internet. Oh, what here? But go ahead, 40.
All right. All right. So with the stream being a little choppy, so it's all right. But I'll say this. Hold on. So okay. So yeah. No. When it first came out, I heard it when it first came out. I was not. I was excited because he was pre-dropping stuff. Like so, he was putting out Squabble Up under a different name. So it was kind of like, oh snap. And then it was a lot different than what I expected. If that makes sense. Like the sound itself, because I'm still I think the Mr. Morales and the Steppers was not a sound I was interested in. I don't think it was bad. It was a lot of albums. Basically, the answer I would say. But so this one was kind of in a whole nother direction because that's the problem. Like it's not even a problem. It's just now what Kendrick is that he can just take whatever style he wants and just like I'm doing it, and you're just like well okay. And if you're not interested in that style, it's like you're gonna get East Coast, West Coast, North South. You're gonna get some type of this is like Latin funk, like it's crazy, like it's all over the place. So when I first heard it, some songs stuck with me and resonated, some didn't. But on this like week of listening to it, I'm gonna be very excited to talk about it. I'm gonna go and pass it to little Pope over there. Go ahead, Pope.
Wow, wow.
Go
I'm
ahead
a,
and bless us with your take.
I'm a, I'm
This
a,
guy.
I'm a piggyback off of what Cheddar said. When I first listened to this, I was not the biggest fan. There was a couple songs from the jump when I first listened to it that they was fire. They was there, but majority of the tape, I just felt like it was like a rollover from the Not Like Us because he starts. You can feel that style in some of the songs up here, and you're just like, he's just taking Not Like Us and expanding it over an album. So I wasn't really a fan of it at first. So that that's how that first week, I would listen to Wizkid.
Yo, this
Shit.
guy, WizKid, all right, we get it. You're black, okay? We get it, okay?
He African though.
That's the blackest of black you can be. Shoot.
Not in all of Africa. But no, go ahead. Go ahead and give us the highlights, man. I
All
know
right,
you
man. Let me go ahead and give you all the
ready
highlights.
to
I'm gonna put a little
gas
caveat.
this up. Go ahead,
I'm gonna
gas
go.
up then.
I'm gonna
Go
go
ahead,
ahead.
gas up then.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little caveat up here. So here's the deal. I am someone who listens to like a lot of West Coast rappers in general. Ever since I discovered hip hop, I've always like the group that got me into hip hop and the artist that got me into hip hop on the West Coast was Ice Cube and NWA. So when you have to realize, so this is like one of my favorite rappers of all time, leaning into West Coast sounds. So like, not only is Mustard on the production, but like when you have people like AZ Chike, I've been listening to AZ Chike all year. AZ Chike was on Schoolboy Q's album, and then I went and started doing like a dive into his music, and it's like the Bay Area, like Oakland sound as well. So I listen to more Drakeo the Ruler, R.I.P. Drakeo. Like I listen to a lot of West Coast artists anyway. So when I heard this album, I was like, oh, it's not that he's continuing the Not Like Us sound. These are just various sounds from the West Coast. Like some of this stuff sounds like stuff coming out of LA. Some of the stuff sounds like stuff coming out of like Oakland. So it's like one of those things. But nevertheless, though.
I got a flag on the play.
All right, go ahead.
Can you explain the Cheddar Nipsey Hussle's influence?
Here's what I'll say. Nipsey Hussle was a West Coast rapper. Moving on. So back to the review. So look, man. So on on highlights.
Whoa! What?
Whoa, what's wrong? What's wrong? Am I where I lie? What's the issue?
He was a rapper from the West Coast. This is about it.
He is a rapper from the West Coast. It was like, what do you want me to say? Anyway, but my highlights are okay. So here's the why. While I appreciate whacked out murals, it's obviously not a song I'm going to play multiple times. But I like Squabble Up. I think Luther is probably his best like duet R&B song. It's like it's between that and Loyalty with Rihanna off the Damn. But this was really good. SZA did everything on the album. And also, if you sample Luther, it's an automatic like 7 at the lowest score. It's Luther Vandross. So let's not even like get into it. Man at the Garden was solid. Hey Now is my favorite track off the album because like it's so like I would have to like introduce you guys into some more West Coast rappers, but it's so West Coast with that beat. The bass line, all of it, the production is insane on that track. And also shout out to Dodie. I wasn't really a big fan of Reincarnated, which is funny because I actually am a big fan of Tupac, but I wasn't really a big fan of Reincarnated because I don't know, like while I want Kendrick to lean more to the West Coast, I don't want him to lean into being Tupac. That's like his own personal thing. I'm okay with you not doing that. And then TV Off is going to be everybody's like one of everybody's highlights because for multiple reasons. And then for me, the last two are going to be Peekaboo. Once again, AZ Chike up there. Chike did his thing. And then Heart Part 6 because he sampled SWV and he made it into a rap song. And when you've been following TDE and Kendrick as long as I have, it's like you're thinking about like he used an R&B song with SWV to tell a story about like him and his come up, the fact that like he left his group because like look at someone like Drake. Drake thought that he left TDE because of beef. He was like, no, like I left TDE because like I wanted to start my own thing. There was never any beef. There was never any beef. There never anything. So a lot of people had questions about that. So he gets on the Heart Part 6. He just tells a fucking. I love when rappers, and happens with more lyrical rappers. I love when rappers have a lore and then they lean into it. It's like if you know Kendrick, then you know TDE. If you know TDE, then you know Absol, you know Schoolboy, you know Top, you know all these people. And I love when rappers lean into their own lore because you have to have a good career to lean into your lore. And so yeah, man, that's about like what was it? 5 out of the 12 track. That was like 6 or 7 that were highlights for me. I'm gonna go ahead and pass it to Cheddar. Go ahead, big dog.
Uh, uh
Good. Sorry.
Definitely Hard Part 6. Hard Part 6 would definitely be number one probably song off the album for me. Like I do like when the rappers are digging into their lore and like explaining some background stories, and he does paint a pretty nice picture of you of like his relationship like on the come up with TDE and stuff like that. So I did really appreciate that song and enjoy it. Dodger Blue was another
What?
one that I liked a lot.
That's like
Yeah,
mad West Coast. Okay.
I like the vibe from the production on that, and I appreciate the Roddy Rich feature. I haven't seen him in a while.
Hey, yo. Shots fired. Shots fired.
I mean, but like I mean, I had a lot of songs I liked. I did like Whacked Out Merles. Luther was nice. Reincarnated was one that would probably put on my like list.
Nice.
Which I couldn't figure out why, but yeah, it does sound. That's it. It does have like some heavy Tupac influences, which I don't really care too much for Tupac.
The
but
sample was literally Tupac.
but
Like,
it did kind of it was nice. Yeah, TV off, of course. Peekaboo, I guess the alliteration kind of got to me. Bim, bop, bop, bam, boo. Which, okay, I mean, because that's where people will try to turn that shit into turn it into 100 different. He did a double, triple, quadruple entendre with that. He's talking about beating up Drake, and he's referencing the old Crip video. Like, bro, it's
no,
alliteration. Calm
like
down.
if you listen to West Coast rappers, it's literally one of the things that they just do
Right.
sometimes. Like it's mainly like a Bay Area sound, but it's just something that they do. That's why I was like, once again, like I completely understand if people are like, I don't like this album, I don't like certain songs from this album, because it's one of those things where this is, to me, this project is essentially take West Coast sound and then unlimited money, make it sound however you want it to sound. It's like if you gave Pee Wee Longway or Young Nudie, like, hey, go make your album. Here's $15 million. Get whatever producers you want. We can get whatever samples cleared. It's just like, hey, I'm gonna give you all the money. Lean completely into your sound. Make whatever you want to make. And that's kind of what this sounds like, bro.
Man,
How hard is it to
man,
get
what,
Luther Vandross sample
what kind
cleared?
of comparison was that, nigga?
Yeah.
Can I literally just
I
say that
literally
I'm
stated
Like
exactly
taking
what the
another
comparison was.
rapper. This is taking
can I,
another rapper
can
and giving them a
No,
whole
wait,
bunch
40,
of money.
40, go ahead,
No,
40,
this is not the same, nigga.
40, 40,
This
go
is
ahead.
not the
okay,
same.
so I'm pretty
I
certain.
literally said it's like if you gave a regional rapper unlimited money. That's basically it. Wherever your sound is, most samples, most sounds are done that are really, really local, are typically not low budget, but like the guys aren't able to afford everybody that they need to afford. That's why rappers have thousands of songs sitting on like a hard drive somewhere because they weren't able to get the sample cleared. This is what it would sound like if, hey, I want to do a Tupac song. Well, guess what? That state only gives it out to people who can afford it.
Nigga, you
That
just
I went full elf on it for no reason.
this is Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar to do Kendrick Lamar on the West Coast.
Okay. Before we lose the track of this, I want to actually get into one thing. The whole boom bop bebop pam like that what he said.
Alliteration,
I'm
yeah.
pretty certain it's just a reference to Super Hot Fire's like one of his battles because he literally says that, and everyone reacts going like, "Oh shit, he said something crazy." And he's like, because he goes and he goes like boom bop bebop bam,
Yeah.
and then everyone fucking freaks out. So I think that was him kind of saying that like he would kill someone in a rap battle, you wouldn't even understand it. So that
Andrew Bush, that Kofi
yeah. But I mean, who knows? It's Kendrick. This man, Kendrick. What was it? Someone was breaking down some of the stuff on some of those during his Drake beefs, and the way that they were that like not like us, and just constantly like breaking down and then breaking down the breakdowns. It's like Kendrick could be on like 4 or 5 different like layers if you wanted to, and you just be like, and he would not even tell nobody. Just be like, someone's
Or
like,
it
hey,
could be
does
a
this mean this?
coincidence.
And Kendrick like, what?
Or it could all be a coincidence. It's like, you ever seen the
Yeah.
movie 23 with Jim Carrey, where he saw 23 everywhere because he was looking for it everywhere? And maybe that's just what people were doing. Maybe we're reading so hard into things, they finding references that ain't really references. But
Yeah.
anyway, I digress. 40,
Anyway.
what's your highlights?
Oh, for me, I'm gonna spit it fast. Peekaboo. It's literally just the boom bop bebop pam. That's like as soon as you say it, like, and also the song itself is pretty fire. I like the fact that I don't know, Az comes into the track and it like just kind of like melds into it, so you don't feel like it's off, but you know that it's someone
Right.
else, and it's kind of it
Yeah.
just feels great. I think this is one of those things where, as someone who doesn't know a lot of the features that were on this outside of like the main cast guys,
If you don't listen to West Coast music, none of these guys, nobody knows who the fuck Lefty Gunplay is. Not really.
All right, nigga, you listen to West Coast music. We get the fucking point. We
That's
get the
the
point.
point. Wait.
Yeah,
He
all
literally
right,
said.
man.
He literally said, "I don't know any of these rappers up here. I don't know any of these
I
people."
know, but you're
It's
like, yeah, you
because
don't listen to
for a
West Coast music.
particular reason,
Okay,
he
nigga, we
focused
get
on
it.
getting
We
regional
get
sounds.
it. We get
but
it, though.
I also think that like this is one of the only times where he featured a lot of people that I don't know, and I can't be like, oh, I can't point to someone and be like they did it worse because they felt like everything was good. So
You can
in that,
feature.
Hey, hold on, for you. Don't say where they're from, because apparently you can't do that. Apparently you can't say where people are
Personally, I
from.
thought everybody on this album was from Florida.
also, Florida's the motherland now. Everyone's from it. But no, then I'll go into Squabble Up. That song made me get excited for this album. Like you just heard all of it. I was surprised he used some of the beats that like just the samples he was using. That was kind of crazy. And that's kind of what I like about Kendrick is that like the hype, like when he gets charged up, that kind of like that bop that he does and like the way he raps, it just works together. And I think my favorite track off the whole album was TV Off. Like I've read a lot of the like I've just like had it play and just read the lyrics and like this dude's crazy. Like this is like exactly if I want to show someone who Kendrick is, it's like you get two songs for one for the price of one. You get a whole bunch of crazy ass like cuts and everything is like this is one of those albums where Kendrick has a fuck ton of meat. Like
Hey,
he's done shit.
hey, yo. All right,
What?
go ahead.
No, no, but
No,
it's crazy. Like got you guys. I was like, I'm like, regardless, it's just crazy that an album like this, people like have points where they're just like, I remember this album for this one mustard line or the boom bop bebop bam. You know, like it's fucking wild. And there's gonna be more and more shit as people dive
Wait.
into it. Because
I will say, this is like probably the most quotable he's ever been.
yeah,
Like, obviously I listen to every single project. This is the most quotable he's ever been. I hate a bitch that's hating on a bitch and they both hoes. That's just a bar, bro. It's an easy, light, like I don't really care bar. The whole mustard line, like all the stuff, like it just kind of works. And it's kind of like he's never really been like this before, where it's just like memeable, like you said before, memeable. He's never really been like, oh, there's a bunch of quotables. If you're a rap fan, like yeah, there's been quotables, but like a bunch of quotables, and they're short and they're easy. Like it's pretty.
yeah.
I don't know, man.
No,
I understand what you're saying.
100%. Like if you really look at some of the like the lyrics and stuff that he's been like, the stuff he says is definitely one of those things where it starts sticking in your mind, and you're just like, okay. Anyways, but I'm gonna pass it off to the food. Go ahead.
Well, if you mess up my name one more time with your trash little Jerry curl dry
Hey,
looking
yo,
at
whoa,
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
the
Hey,
second
whoa,
hey,
time,
who says I was actually passing it to you? I said Foo. Go ahead,
time,
Fuller. Go ahead, Fuller. Go ahead, Fuller. Merry Christmas. You ain't getting a turn.
since we're talking about quotables, I want to quote this one for you. Introduce them to the light, hit them strictly with the fa, 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 fa,
Yeah,
fa, fa.
yeah,
Let's
that was
go.
crazy.
Say it
That was
again.
crazy.
Luther, if I had to do a top four, definitely Luther. I love Gloria because SZA and Kendrick is a cheat code.
Yeah.
Cheat code. If they give me like a 6 album project, automatic A+. The hard part is 6 and Dodger Blues. Those are my highlights because I mean Kendrick gonna get up there. Kendrick gonna do what he do. You already know the lyrics is gonna be A1. He is very quotable on this, and he has he puts on for the West. It's clearly in this project he puts on for the West, and he's definitely embracing the West Coast more than ever that we have seen him before. Typically, he like doing like some some storytelling or some ultra black something, but you know he went West Coast on this one, so
Factual.
those were my positives on this.
So, like for me,
But but the bad side is up next.
For the bad guy.
It's
I
also
get
the
to
same.
start it
It's
off.
also the same person who couldn't appreciate Denzel Curry. So I'm not trying. I'm not trying to do anything. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So like, hear me out. So one about that. So about that last part you just said. So the thing about like.
Hey, we in the bad part, so man, you gotta
No, no,
start
no.
back.
I ask you. But the thing
Don't gas it
about
no more, man. Don't gas it no more.
The bad
the thing
part
I
is,
want to say. The thing I want to say is this. So I will say, like what Wu just said, where it's like he's leaning more into like the West Coast. Like it does seem like if you listen to Section If 80 and then you listen to Good Kid, Mad City, those were very like clearly like West Coast boom bap sounds. And then he made To Pimp a Butterfly, which like is great, but it's clearly not like West Coast. Then he made Damn, and then he made Mr. on the Big Steppers and blah 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 and Untitled. And it's like I get that, but I will say I was surprised that people were just like, man, West Kendrick's doing West Coast. I was just like, I mean, just because you make a couple albums is not like that, don't mean that you forgot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like
so they
I
say
wasn't
he's from
like,
West, he's from Compton. It is funny because you're like
yeah.
he actively
Okay,
reps
no,
Compton.
so
He's like Tupac's like my main guy, and then everyone goes, "Wait, you're a West Coast rapper?" It's like he's been saying this
it's
the
like
entire time.
okay, so my low lights are this. So, I really didn't like Reincarnated and I really didn't like Gloria. Not because they were bad songs. It's just I wanted to hear more of the squabble up, hey now, peekaboo Kendrick, TV off Kendrick. Because my favorite like Kendrick is the aggressive one, like like where it's like Good Kid, Mad City on Mad City when he got MC8 up there and he's like spazzing and shit on the fucking track. Like I like shit like that.
Yeah,
Um,
but not like that
and
trap.
and then once I heard him on Hey Now and once I heard him on TV Off, I thought the rest of the project was gonna be, oh, this is just like intellectual hood nigga shit.
Yeah,
I was just like,
yeah.
this is like poetic ratchet shit. But then he started getting back in like, the hard part six, why it's one of my highlights, is also one of those things where it's just like it's almost like sort of different albums almost. Like this could have been on something else, but Gloria was one of my low lights. Reincarnated, I just really don't like the sampling of. If you want to sound like Tupac, don't sample it. Or if you're gonna sample Tupac, rap like Kendrick. But that's me personally. Um, GNX was okay. I didn't have any opinions on GNX the song. Like I heard it, like obviously I heard it when it first came out. I've listened to it this week, and I'm just not a fan. Like whatever he was going for, I don't see the roadmap. I don't see the vision. I don't see it. Whatever. So none of it worked for me. But and then once again, this isn't a negative, but Whacked Out Murals. Whacked Out Murals is one of those songs that like I have to like intentionally go listen to. I would have to like intentionally be like, I'm in the mood to listen to this exact song. If I was just to
Yeah.
play this album, I'd probably skip this song. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
There's some good bars in Whacked Out Murals.
No,
I
no, no,
mean,
no. The bars are great. The song is good.
yeah,
It's just again like you got some songs you have to be in a certain mood for.
yeah.
For me, that's what Whacked Out Murals is for. Where it's just like, oh, I can listen to this when I'm in the mood to listen to this. The beat, everything's really, really slow. All right, Cheddar, it's on you, big dog.
Um, man, I have too many particular low lights other than like I mean his voice in general, the voice because he does different
A
voices and all that
lot of
good stuff.
inflections and stuff.
Yeah, his voice on some of the tracks is just kind of. I mean, that's just listening to Kendrick. He got his voice,
It's just like
which is
It's got
fine.
some voice acting Kendrick out
Um,
here.
right, like squabble up is weird to me because it's a overall the track's fine. I just feel like at some points the instrumental sounded a bit too cartoonish, and then combine that with the fact that he's doing a weird voice on it, like an extra weird Kendrick voice. I think if you take one of those things away, I would have liked the song a little more.
okay,
Other than that,
okay,
it's
that's
fine.
fair.
Yeah, just the combination of both of them things
It
together,
sounds
man. I don't care
like
too much.
is it because it sounds like 80s house music
Yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah,
Like they're
I
mashing up
guess.
like a lot of songs and they're just kind of. It sounds like someone's on cocaine when they made it because like that like little laser beam in the background, and then the girl's like, "And I love you." And
The '80s in general was on cocaine. Like
yeah,
this, like the
so
decade was.
I do get what you're saying because I was hearing. I'm like, man, this is a lot. Like this sounds like someone who like myself who loves experimental. I was like, this is. There's laser beams going off. There's a white girl singing. Like
Whoa,
It's
there's a
real,
lot of
real
stuff
wait,
on this.
40,
good.
40. You're Mr. Experimental. I
Mhm.
would think this. You'd be like, guys, you don't understand. Those laser beams are actually from 1977 Star Wars.
I
Like
think
that's why I was banking on that this week. I was like, when he hears this bass and these synths from 1983, he's gonna love it. You're breaking my heart right now.
I love the fact that Kendrick's like Squabble Up's gonna be the move, and then you like hear the beat, and I'm like, Kendrick, you wanted to rap on this? This is what you wanted to rap on? Okay, buddy.
He did
Okay,
it.
whatever you want.
He did it for people like you, the experimental types.
Well, you should go
Go
ahead
ahead.
and carry on with the rest of your little life, 40.
No.
I'll pass it.
No,
No, I'm good. I'm
Are you
honestly, I'm
good?
good. I'll pass it over to you.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna say that I'm actually glad that I'm glad Fullo said what he said.
Pass it again.
Well, no. So I do like what Fullo was saying about this album had things where you wanted him to lean into certain things, but because he gave you a good sample platter, at times songs were just not in like for me it wasn't interesting. Like it wasn't something I wanted to hear. Reincarnated, The Heart, and Glory. I think those three songs by like standalone are not bad. But on this album, when I'm hearing Squabble Up, Hey Now, Peekaboo, TV Off, I want to hear that side as well. And so when he goes into this other stuff, especially when a lot of these songs come like Reincarnated to TV Off, it doesn't like it goes Hey Now into Reincarnated into TV Off, and I don't like that. I will say Luther really does bypass that though. Luther is good. Like I was listen through everything again. I was like, maybe I don't like Luther, and I heard it. I was like, nah, this and Kendrick are good together.
It's a me thing. It's a me thing.
Even Gloria was like good with weird. They're good together. But anyways, I'm gonna actually pass it off to Pope Wu, the Almighty, the longest head, the longest
Hey, yo,
longest head.
whoa. Hey, yo. Yo, get your man.
Is he better than his driver than that? Who would know?
Oh, buddy. Go ahead,
Man. It's the pain medication for my hand. I'm blaming it on that.
This got out of control really quickly.
Don't do drugs, kids.
While Cheddar is currently tracking the dangerous depths of Africa. He's back. All right, so if we're gonna boil down to it, White Out Mirrors is way too long.
It is like 5 minutes.
He could have made it like a 4-minute song. Like, that would have been straight. But like that last minute, you can spit, you can go crazy, but it eventually got way too long. It's like, all right, cool. The part where he was like, hey.
Run for your life.
You can Peekaboo can go. GNX was cool. It was cool getting like, exposure to those new artists over there, and I appreciate it. But I'm good without that too. And TV Off is basically Not Like Us with a slightly different key. But it gets his hype from the monster. Like, that's cool and all, but because let me finish.
Wait. I don't even disagree. I don't even disagree. I just don't know what you mean by that.
I mean,
it didn't hit for you?
No, it's not. That's not even it. What do you mean? What do you mean it's not like us?
It's basically Not Like Us, the deluxe version.
But like, what do you mean? No, once again, I'm not even disagreeing or agreeing. I just don't know what you mean. Like sonically, the way he's rapping, like
a little bit, like the whole mustard.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Let me narrow this down. Which part of TV Off? The first or the second?
The first
part?
Hey, you have to get through that part to get to the mustard shit, which is like come on now.
No, yeah, I can somewhat.
Yeah, wait. I obviously I disagree, but like I will say my favorite part of TV Off is before the beat switch. I thought the beat switch kind of got hyped up. I like the way he's rapping before. But I didn't really think about it sounding like Not Like Us or reminding me of Not Like Us. But it's Mustard's
if you listen
production.
to it back to back, which I just did 2 seconds ago, it can definitely, you can definitely,
yeah,
I can see
because
that.
I think I was listening to it yesterday. I was listening to TV Off yesterday, and the horns from Mustard are
Yeah.
such a trademark for Mustard that like I don't have that opinion. I can see where Woo's
Um,
coming from. On the
eh,
on
but let me explain. Mainly because when I listen to West Coast rap, because I listen to West Coast rap too, nigga.
Really?
Um, what I like the slower West Coast rap. So I love Dom Kennedy,
Oh,
and
okay.
and
Okay.
I also love dang,
Baby June.
but yeah, like so I like it slower versus like the hardcore what good with that
Okay.
that would be
Okay.
the reason
So,
why I would like Gloria and Luke. Like that's why I like those more than I like the.
That is like that's perfectly reasonable. That's a perfectly reasonable. I completely get it. I
but
completely get it.
are you on
Oh,
record saying that you're going to put TV off on your dislikes?
you said what?
I
That, that's
Are
my
you going to
nigga.
put TV off on your dislikes? On the record?
I just did.
I mean, I get it. I get where he's coming from. I get it.
I don't. I give you two versions, man. Out of, out of everything, out
Yo,
of every,
two songs
what did you
on
feel
there.
about Reincarnated? Did you like Reincarnated?
I mean, it just felt like Tupac being Kendrick or Kendrick being Tupac.
It felt like Tupac being
I felt like Kendrick being reincarnated as Tupac.
Yeah,
But when Drake does it, it's a problem.
yeah. He found Tupac's like rhyme book and was like, "I'm gonna take this word from here. I'm gonna take this word."
that is
I got no problem.
So, uh,
ratings.
yeah, what's your rating, man?
Hey, it's not even nothing to think about, nothing get too complicated, nothing to go around about. It's an A. I haven't given any Kendrick project over the past like
You
15
got a
years
problem.
anything less than like a B plus. Like I wasn't a
Hey,
big fan
yo.
of this. I wasn't a big fan of Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers when it came out, but it grew on me over time, and I appreciate it now. I love West Coast aggressive Kendrick. So the majority of, like, I would say about 70% of this album is that. Like, he's talking his shit. He's like, nigga, I don't want to talk about this a lot, but I do got money, just so we're fucking clear. Like, I do got fucking money, and I am putting niggas on. And, like, y'all forgetting that, like, I am like this, but every nigga around me is not like this. Like, my uncles and everybody else. Like, nigga, I really am, like, in this shit. And, like, it's nice to hear that shit because once again, niggas be thinking that like Kendrick Lamar is like this, Mr. Lamar the Big Steppers and he's in therapy and everything's good and he's really peaceful. It's like nah, like he said multiple times throughout his career, I'm very sensitive and I do escalate shit way too high and I do a whole bunch of stupid shit and I was very close to acting the fuck out and killing niggas and all sorts of shit. I just didn't do that. But like he even says, there's a part in one of these songs, I forget what song it is, but he's like, niggas is mad right now because I'm feeling possessed by my uncle, and my uncle was doing all this shit. And that's what he's saying. He's like that side of me is still here, and you can hear that shit. He's on. If you just looked at the lyrics for like Peekaboo, none of that shit sounds like shit that Kendrick would say. You know my little niggas off they rocker. Kendrick's never
Yeah.
talking about like being an OG and I got young niggas out here. He's never really talking that. When I hear him full like that, I'm just like he's talking the shit. He's walking because he caught a body this year. And like I would have hated for him to drop an album and then not reference the fact that yeah, nigga, I just went up against the number one nigga in hip hop and like clear decisive victory.
Yeah.
like clear, like we would have felt like that. I would have felt like that would be disingenuous. How you gonna have one of the biggest beasts of all time and you get up here talk about some Luther and shit, nigga? Nah, walk this nigga down, talk to your shit, do all that shit, all the theatrics.
Like,
So,
All right,
hey,
speaking of Canadians,
uh,
hey,
I,
also, let's be clear. Fuck every nigga from Canada, bro. Straight up,
oh wow, oh,
all of Canada.
oh, that's why
Yo,
But
hey,
I
real
can't
talk.
go live from the account now.
All
I
I
know
gotta say
we're
is,
losing a quarter of our fan base right now from all that Canada hate, man. Come on.
I'm make sure I'm gonna cut that out. Make sure I just
Go
send
ahead,
it.
go ahead, Cheddar. Go ahead, Cheddar. Wait, Cheddar wants to start this off by saying free Tory Lanez. Go ahead.
hey, shout out to Fullo for using the Christmas ornament filter for his Instagram thing. I appreciate that.
Fire.
Gotta keep
Let's
them balls
go.
shiny. But no, I give this a solid A. Yeah, I give it a solid A. I mean, I don't know, because I know when this first came out, people were questioning whether this was actually like his album drop or if this was supposed to be just like kind of like a mixtape turned album holdover until the next year. And I mean, some of it does feel mixtapey. but it's solid. It was a solid listen. I enjoyed the week. Yeah. So 40. What's your rating for this one?
Oh, it's an A. And to your point, if the question is it a mixtape or is it an album? It's a yes. Like it could be either or.
Yeah.
Because Kendrick has shown so much skill, and when it comes to like just bringing forward, like, hey, I'm just gonna be gone for a while, and I'm gonna pull up a jazz, like, experimental neo soul hip hop album with a whole bunch of bangers. Or he could just put something like this out, which is like, let's like you can pick, like, half the album is for some people, the other half is for others. It's kind of
The
crazy.
Black
Yeah,
Noah, I just strangled me a goat.
yeah.
That's the type of
I just
Kendrick I
started
want to
really,
hear. I want to hear spawner bars.
dude. When you started talking about Peekaboo, I started looking at some of the stuff, and he literally is like, hold up, one of my favorite lines: "Peekaboo, let me FaceTime my op, bitch. I'm in the streets." That is terrifying. Like, because then he goes through and he talks about, like, he says some stuff, and I'm like, Kendrick, I never thought about this. Always thought you were the guy who was like, it's gonna be all right. Do you hear
I
me? Do you
thought
hear me? It's gonna be all
everybody always think of Kendrick as being like Arnold from Hey Arnold's like, hey guys, let's calm down. Like, we can talk this out. And on this album, he's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I hate talking it out.
right. Do you think when he was recording for Rigor Mortis, when he was playing the trumpet in the freeway, he was actually just letting people know he's in the streets? That's a joke for the true Kendrick thing.
All right, well, go ahead, big dog.
Go ahead, Pope.
I'm gonna give it a A minor.
Hey, whoa. You know, Cheddar's on the call, right? You know, Cheddar's on the call, right?
Kendrick about to go and come into this chat room right quick. You're gonna start FaceTiming us.
Shout out to the Spanish lady that had those
Mando
random.
Oh my God.
I didn't even realize it until today when I ran through the last time and I had it on shuffle, and all three of those songs came up back to back to back. I was like, "Whoa,
Yeah.
she on this song?"
Didn't they say he found her at like a Dodgers game or something like that? Didn't they say he found her at like a Dodgers game or something like that?
Yeah, he found out like a Dodgers game, and on some typical Kendrick shit, he was like, "You should be on my album."
Yeah.
You should be on my album.
And when I saw that, I was like, "Man, this is so hard right here." But yeah, I gotta take a point off. It would have got an A, but I gotta take a point off for the West Coast.
Whoa. We're not here to make enemies now, Will.
Yeah. But we saw what happened.
All right, who's ending? That was our review for GNX. I appreciate you boys. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate whoever gifted that to me. I can't really tell who it was because all y'all niggas know that I'm a fan of Kendrick. So whoever sent it to me, I appreciate it. But who's next? Who's next?
I don't know what we're listening to, but I'm next.
All right.
I'm 100%. It's wait, what?
Who's got
you know?
Yeah, it's
You ain't know. Hold on.
Yeah.
Then we all send all our picks to Sincere
Come on,
Moet.
we did.
Tap in.
Right.
How do you not know?
What are we doing next week then?
Man, it's nascent. Minus the shit. Life's great.
Who?
Oh, Nas?
Who?
Life is great, Nas.
Wait. What? We know it's not Mark because he hates Nas. wait, who is it?
It's, shoot, I'm probably fucking this up. Nascent. You know I'm from the South.
Spell it.
No.
Oh, okay. Okay, we're gonna need you to
No, I'm
take
from
the
the
group
South.
chat.
No, I can't pronounce that correct. Why y'all you give me this job?
Dawson?
Did we just pick like the African musician and give it a Kobe?
What's the name? Let's start here. What's the name of the album?
Minus
Life
the
is
bull.
great.
Minus the bullshit. Life's great.
There you go.
It's
I just,
Nascent.
I'm sorry. I
Nascent.
don't speak perfect English like you.
See, man, this is the problem with 252 niggas, man. I swear to God,
Man, I saw Nas and I saw Sid. I was like, this is gonna be a struggle to say.
He said, I thought he said Nasir. I was like, Nasir. I was like, Oludar's son? Nas? The God MC? But you hate him. Like, shoot. Hey, but nah, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go look this up. I'm feeling minus the bullshit. Life's great by Nascent.
Are you gonna look it up or do you already know?
Nigga, I can show you my Googles. I just had to Google it and look it
Hold
up.
on. Since a young age, we all
Also,
had to leave.
side note, until I looked it up, I thought it was by Nas, and I know most of
Yeah,
it.
Man,
I thought it was like a Nas collab album. I was like, oh, this is crazy. It's gonna be like Nas and
Oh,
Kanye.
it's Nas and 50 Cent.
that's the
Nonsense.
I will say, I don't know, I'm not 100% certain, but there's a chance one of these songs might have flew through on my shuffle before. And if it's a song I'm thinking of, I liked it. So this might be a good pick. We'll see. Stay
Chance,
tuned.
like
There's a
Chance the
chance.
Rapper.
Hey,
No, well, BJ the Kid from Chicago, who's I think linked
Oh,
to
BJ
Texas
from
as well.
Chicago. Oh,
He's on the song
oh,
that
in
he's
that case.
on. I think I might have heard before, and I might have blown through my shuffle before, but I don't know. We'll see.
Let's
Stay
fucking do it. All
tuned.
right, so next week, Kofi Secret Santa, Nascent, minus the bullshit. Life's great. Tune in. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Oh, Saba's
And
on this too. Okay,
let's
I
all
ain't mad at
give
it.
a round of applause to Woo for bouncing back after that Denzel Curry, bro. We were worried about you, bro. We thought we lost
Bruh,
you. We thought, we thought we were.
I'm gonna tell you like I said last week. It was dressed up mid, baby.
I'm out.
All right, man. This is
whew, have a good one, guys.